they bring us old guys back every 5 years to celebrate the national championship that we won at Marquette in '77. It's always great to see my teammates that I played with. But, you know, I grew up in Milwaukee, so I was a local kid. So I idolized a lot of the older guys that I met last night, like Bobby Wolf and Jackie Burke, and, you know, a lot of great players that played before me when I was young. And I also had fun last night meeting all the young guys from today's current team and all the guys that played in the 80s and the 90s after we played in the 70s. So it was a very professional, first-class Marquette University thing. So.
Oh, always, guys. Remember games and remember practices, remember fights and many things we had at the time. But this is all about university life and where young people became young men. Well, every time you look around, you see how we all age. We all have a good time in remembering what we went through, and you appreciate how precious life is.
Yeah, that's what actually caught my eye about college basketball was the Marquette teams of that generation. So it was, if I remember correctly, it was 74 and then 77, that whole period right through there. So I'm a young buck, and that's the first thing that I know as sport. And remember back then, all the games weren't on. It wasn't like ESPN. There were select games. So those that you saw were really seared in your mind.
You know, sometimes you wonder if I made the team or we got lucky enough to have someone like Al McGuire be a mentor, and even Hank throughout the years. You know, as 35 years goes by, you realize it's still been a very close team. You know, and we've been fortunate enough to meet each other every 5 or 10 years. But when you look back, yeah, it was just a really lucky thing to be a part of.
The one thing about it that sport does is it builds community like nothing else. Because so much effort has to coalesce around one purpose from input from so many people, it just lends itself to building community. So you've got different concentric circles. So it starts with the coach, and the players are around the coach, and then the support staff's around that, and then the students are around that, and then the fan base is around that. So everybody has to coalesce around that one purpose. And there aren't many things in the world that are like that, right? Our culture loves to use that as sort of a binding force, and I love that because it's in spades here at Marquette.
We love Marquette! We love Marquette! We love Marquette!